Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to PBTV. I'm Stu. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Hope you're excited for the weekend and you've got a chance to get out and play. If you are, drop us a comment, drop us a little teaser of where you're going, and if you get some pictures or videos, throw them our way and we're more than likely to share them with everyone. So we've got our final sort of new product of the week. These landed a day or so ago, and we've been trying to get them online ASAP. So this is the JG081BL-II. Bit of a mouthful, but they've been around for a while, the JG stuff, especially in the 551 format. Very, very, very cool. And obviously, rather than it just being the standard plastic short front end, this is the much larger carbine length with all the real estate for Riz that you can imagine. So if you do have any questions about it, please drop them down below. We will answer them as quickly as we can. We'll flash them up on screen and make sure that other people wanting to know the same information finds it out as well. We'll go through its features, what it's capable of, why you probably want one, apart from its like awesome looks. These things do look absolutely awesome, and it's just that slight difference. It's not an M4, it's not an AK, it's nothing in the sort of standard platforms, but still looks very, very cool indeed. So on the front, as standard with most AEGs around at the moment, it does have a 14mm counterclockwise thread. Please be aware, if you do get your hands on one of these, there is a grub screw in the bottom. It's very, very small and could quite easily be missed. Make sure you take that grub screw all the way out before you take the flash hider off. Otherwise, you are going to damage the threads and it's going to ruin it for you, and you're not going to be able to put any accessories on the front. These things look really cool with like a Spitfire or a tracer unit on the front. Fire them tracer BBs all over the place. Coming back, we do have a front iron sight that is slightly adjustable. There is a small pin and a large pin, and all it does is just rolls out the way, just slightly different ways of aiming with it and making it easier to see that front sight post. On the back, we have an open sight, and then we have aperture sights in 3 different ways. All you do is rotate them slightly, and it just gives you different options for day, night, distance, and everything like that. 9 times out of 10 with Airsoft, you're just going to leave it on the most open one because you're just trying to get a good, clean sight picture. They are slightly adjustable for windage, etc. The directions and everything are on the rear sight here, meaning that you can slightly adjust the iron sights, but most people are going to put a holographic, a T1, or something like that on it. Back to the front, we do have a sling point on the left-hand side at the front, and its counterpart is actually on the stock back here, so you can 2-point sling this, making it very, very comfy. I would definitely recommend a sling with this. It is a chunk over 3 kilos. It's like 3 1/4, 3.25 kilos, so it is very, very heavy, and a lot of it is at the front. This big, long, chunky rail at the front does weigh a little bit, but it's still quite well balanced and quite comfortable to shoulder. Speaking of the rail, obviously there's massive amount of real estate on this for your pec box lasers, grips, 203s, anything that you want to put on this, there is real estate for it. The battery compartment is in the rail, so the body pin that you find here, on one side there is a flat-headed screw. You just take one end off, slide it out, the bottom end of the rail clicks off, you can fit your battery and click it back on. Very, very convenient. Probably wouldn't do it in game because you do have to unscrew the body pin, and it does split into 2 very small parts. So I would save changing batteries on this for safe zone rather than in game. It does pop out quite easily, but it's just you don't want to risk losing the bit that screws on. You will see another small feature on the back of the rail here. This is for the stock, so a button on the stock. When that folds over, it does click into place. You don't have to lift it or anything like that. It is friction fit, and then to draw it, it simply comes out nice and easy, clicks in place, very, very positive, very nicely, well made, and it's a very solid fit. So when this thing's folded up, it's about 63 centimeters in length, so you are going to need a para case or a hard case or a slip or a bag or something to transport this in. It's very, very cool. Glenn on YouTube, out Sunday with my new Spectre Arms H20 2.0 to front of your Airsoft. Can't wait. See how it handles. The H20 2.0s are absolutely incredible. You're going to have an incredible time with them. The Edge 2.0 series have just been absolutely incredible out of the box. Hope you enjoy it. Tags in anything you do, and we'll probably share it on our stories and things like that. So this thing is set in place with its size. So I was saying it's about 63 centimeters when it's closed up. So it is convenient to transport, but you are going to need a relatively large hard case or a para case. Rifle slips or anything like that, again, you're going to need something When it's fully open, it is set. It is 84 centimeters. There is no adjustment in the stock or anything like that. So it is a set length. So as you see, it is as it is. Control-wise, it is for what is essentially quite an old platform with its real steel variant. It is very, very ambidextrous. So the fire selector goes on both sides. You can see it moving as I move it on the left. So we have safe, semi, and full auto. On the magazine release is actually similar to an AK or a G36. Click it at the back and it rolls out similar to them platforms as well and rolls back in. Magazine itself is a high cap. It's about 220 BBs, and again with high caps you do have to wind them at the bottom when there's BBs in there. You can get mid caps for this. They are a separate item, but they are available. Pulling the charging handle back, it only comes back a very, very short way, but inside there is a massive rotary hop dial. Very, very easy to adjust. Even with probably gloves on, you'll be able to get some purchase on it and adjust it very, very easily. Even in game, you'll be able to make minor adjustments to your hop and just run and gun as you see fit. You will see another bit of rail on the top. This is not attached whilst it's in the box. When you get this, this is a separate item, and you undo the lock screw here and tighten, so tighten it in, so righty-tighty the pin at the back. So this thing is almost floating in place. It's just the way the system works, and there's a little dovetail at the front. So that is the rail fitting and not fitting. Very, very easy to get on and off. So if you are running optics and you want it on, if you're not wanting to run optics, you can just take it off, leave it off, and just run irons instead. Just keeps it a little bit of a cleaner look, a little bit of a different look. But it is quite convenient that they bring and include the RIS section in the box for you. Standard 551 grip, and the trigger on this is actually really nice as well. Out the box, very, very good FPS. These things are coming out like 345, 340, plus or minus like 10%, on a 0.2 gram BB. So with the barrel length and everything like that, these things are going to be crazy accurate. You have really nice groupings up to a nice range. After that, there might be a little bit of spread because it is a 6.08 millimeter bore, so it's not a tight bore, but again the actual length of the barrel is going to compensate for that, and with it being up at that FPS, the BB is going to be traveling at enough speed to keep that accuracy nice and tight. It is it's a 300 mil in length, 6.08 bore, and a 14 mil counterclockwise thread on the front, so you're going to have some really, really good engagements to this and have a lot of fun with it. And again, it is that sort of slightly different platform. If you want it to be slightly off the wall, people always say, I don't want an M4, I don't want an AK, I want something different, I want something unique. This is definitely the thing to look at. It's one of the many JGs that we've just got back in. There's plenty on there, the SD6s, the SMG5s, other versions of this. There's loads and loads of JG coming back into stock. So if you've been asking for a while, I know a lot of people have been asking about JG for a long, long time. So if you have, it is all back and ready to go. But this is the JG081BL-II. It's very, very cool. The rail section at the front is just incredible, and it's very, very easy to take apart. LJ Perkins on YouTube, not related to this piece, but what do you think? Think stock rebuild parts for KWC, Cybergun, and 1911s. For parts and everything like that, you will have to specifically speak to the workshop, because parts are not usually something that goes on the website. But if you speak to the workshop or speak to customer services, they can put you through. And if it is a supplier that we are familiar with, we can get parts. It may take a very long time to get certain parts, because obviously we're not going to ship a single spring or anything like that on its own. It has to wait for other parts to come with it, so it may take a month, 2 months, 3 months. But if you're willing to wait, speak to the workshop. They will be able to help you out. So, if that's everything for today, this has been the JG081. Very excited to see these on the field. I've been looking at these for a long, long time. I think it's a very, very cool sort of unique platform. These things are a bit weighty, so if you're wanting something light and speedy, probably not this, but if you want something unique and very, very cool and different, definitely take a look at these. They are absolutely incredible. So, that's everything for this week. We will... we are back on Tuesday, actually, because Monday is a bank holiday, so we are not here. So hopefully you can get out over the weekend, get to a game day, and hopefully we'll see you in a bit. But until then, I'll see you on Tuesday.